This morning, 7:19. Congressman Roger Williams joining us. Congressman, so much of your time spent there on hold. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
I listened to that segment. You've worn me out.
Oh, no.
We're so
sorry. It's Hal's fault, though.
Well, first we wanted to ask you about the president's speech.
Well, the president, I thought it was a short speech. I don't know that he said that much. I thought he showed weakness. I thought he left a lot of people wondering, like I do, who's in charge of this country, who's running this country. He just was not much of himself, and I don't know that actually, him going on TV like that, really helped our country from a strength standpoint. You know that China and Russia were all looking at that, and they just saw a weak person supposedly in charge of our country, which is what we don't need now. And I'm wondering too, a lot of people are guys that, he's leaving, I guess, from nobody will admit a health crisis, but if he's not healthy, he needs to step down now because there's still 5 or 6 months left for him to lead us, and we don't need to be led down the wrong path or get in a situation where we need true leadership. So I don't know what I expected actually, but I think that it didn't do that much to give hope and strength to our country.
Right. Yeah, I kind of got the same vibe, too. It was almost a little sad, too, coming away from it, thinking, well, this is a human being who's been put through a lot, maybe by his own party, you think, Well, they have, and, you can't help but reminding yourself, this is the man that got 14 million votes in their primary. 14 million people voted for him to carry the banner for them. And we've heard the word used this morning, coup. I mean, it almost was a coup because he was voted fair and square, and then a group of people said, well, we don't like that. We'll just throw those 14 million votes away and pick our own candidate. And that's what we've seen. At first time ever in our country have we seen that kind of response to an election by someone who was elected by people that wanted him to serve.
This is Congressman Roger Williams. Hang on just a moment. We have to take a quick time out. Monty has traffic and weather on the ones for us now. 7:21.
I-30 eastbound at Motley, left lane taken away. The back up there to Big Town. Also got the issue I-30 westbound at Loop 12 Alton Walker. Debris in the left lane there. Northbound I-35W Allen Avenue. That one's gone. Another one northbound I-35W at the 280 overhead has cleared out, but it is still pretty heavy through that stretch. North Loop 820 westbound Mark IV Parkway over to Railhead, clearing out road work, but heavy there back to Beach Street. Our next update within 10 minutes. Traffic on the ones. I'm Monty Cook. News Talk 820 WPAP and now on FM at 93.3.
From the WPAP Weather Center, nice day shaping up. We're going to be partly cloudy with a high near 90. That's cooler than normal. An isolated shower thunderstorm barely possible this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, and Saturday afternoon. After that, we'll dry out Sunday with a high of 92, and then we're going to heat up on Monday with a high of 98. Right now in downtown Dallas at WPAP, 76 degrees.
Congressman Williams, how unified is the Democrat Party right now? They're trying to appear very, very close-knit, but I can't help but think behind the scenes there may be some chaos unfolding. Where do we stand there? Do you know?
Well, I'm just an observer like you are, but I think they are chaotic. I mean, they got a convention coming up. They've proposed to nominate or already elect a person, to coronate a person, Kamala Harris, that wasn't even elected by the people, like we talked about earlier. So I think they are in chaos, and I think they're going to find out that she is not going to be a very strong candidate. Now, with that being said, I think the election in November will be close, and I think we have to stick with the issues. We're right on the issues of less government and taxes, et cetera. But she has to defend everything that they did in the Biden administration because she was vice president. She supported everything Joe Biden did. So she's going to have to talk about a weak border. She's going to have to talk about high taxes. She's going to have to talk about not supporting Israel, and you go on and on and on. So those are going to be the issues. And I think where they're chaotic and where they're worried is very that how do they defend this with her? Because remember, last time she ran for president, she came in last and was the first to get out of her primary and only got 2% of the vote in her home state of California.
Well, speaking of Israel, you mentioned that. Did you go to the speech with Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday?
I did, and I thought it was fantastic. He did great. I thought that he really spoke like a leader. I was thinking about, we need that kind of leadership in America right now. And he basically told everybody in the U.S. House of Representatives that that they win if we're with them. That's the bottom line, and we have to be with them. I'm with them, and majority of all of our party stands with Israel. But I thought he did a fantastic job. He was calm, he was precise, he was clear, and he really got his message out there. And if you were sitting in there or even watched him on television or radio, you understood what he was saying. He needs America behind him. He needs America in front of him to win this thing and get this world back in order.
You know, Congressman, always like to end our conversation with a check on the economy, whether it's food, gasoline prices, whatever. You're in the car business. Roger Williams out in Weatherford. How are your car sales and compare to the country? And I'm talking about Chevy, Ford, all of them. How are we doing?
The car business is actually pretty good. I wouldn't call it great, but it's good. We're seeing more and more people want to buy product. Like anything, because of inflation, cost of goods sold in my industry and others is high. That's why we need to begin to get it down and let people be able to get back to work again. But business is good, and I think as we go further through this presidential contest and people start seeing separation between big government, less government, and capitalism versus socialism, I think people can get positive. I think we'll have a good, strong finish the rest of this year.
What can you give me on a 72 Ford Pinto? I'll bring it in.
Well, I've seen you not driving that car. I've seen you on that car.
Uh-oh. Ooh, wait a minute. We'd like to know more about this, Congressman.
The Toro, I think.
Oh, look at the time.
No.
Our best to Patty. Thank you very much.
I would take a Yugo in trade before I take that in trade.
Congressman Roger Williams, thank you so much for your time this morning.
See ya. Bye-bye.
All right, we'll talk to you.